There will be fresh inquests into the deaths of 96 British football fans at Sheffield's Hillsborough Stadium in 1989. Wednesday's ruling follows a report which uncovered just how far from the truth the original investigation was. Lee Wellings reports.
1989 was the year they suffered the horror of losing loved ones who went to watch a game of football. 2012 has finally brought justice for the families of the 96 Liverpool supporters who died at Hillsborough. 3 months after the independent report that exposed the lies of the police and the failings of the emergency services, the English High Court has overturned the original verdict of accidental death. New inquests will happen, and the British government has ordered a new police inquiry. The tragedy 23 years ago came at the Hillsborough ground in Sheffield at an FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. The 96 who died were crushed after fatal mistakes in crowd control and safety procedures. The new inquiry will turn the spotlight on the police officers that were revealed to have covered up information and attempted to deflect blame onto Liverpool fans. The court called it a disappointingly tenacious attempt to do so. In announcing the inquiry, Home Secretary Theresa May said, "I am determined to see a swift and thorough response to the findings of the Hillsborough panel to deliver justice for the 96 football fans who died and the families who have fought so hard on their behalf."
I mean, everybody should have to account for what they did or didn't do. I mean, I feel that many rank and file officers were badly let down that day by their seniors, and perhaps when their unamended statements are finally read out, we will see that some of them were just devastated by the way in which they let down the families.
The police inquiry was announced while Attorney General Dominic Grieve was at the High Court asking for the accidental death verdict to be quashed, calling the original inquest in 1991 unsustainable. The Chief Justice overturned the verdict and said there should now be inquests for each and every one of the victims.
Very emotional, because the one thing that's not going to change is when I go home tonight, our son will not be there with us. That will never change for any of the families in any way, shape or form. This is a legal issue today, and it's history that's being made today, and rightly so too.
When the Chief Justice announced his decision, there was applause from the families of victims that had packed the courtroom. They may not yet have full closure, but in the last few months, at last their plight has been shown in its true light. Lee Wellings, Al Jazeera, London.